Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about economics and crypto and stuff in multiple different orders. As always, a free way you can support this channel is hit up that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button, leave a comment in the comment section. And before we dive on into this, a special new feature for members of the channel. You can join this channel as a member and you will get this video instantly. What I like to do is record my videos and then publish them at 6 a.m. the following day. And so as a member, you get instant access to the videos along with member only live streams, but hit the subscribe button, join the channel as a member if you want, but let's go ahead and dive on into this. And so here's the first thing that I want to say to all of you. All right. If you're watching this video at any point within 24 hours of the publishing of the video, maybe you're a little bit down because altcoins are down, Bitcoin's a little bit down, but remember, I mean, we had for a lot of altcoins, I mean, look at Avalanche's chart, for example. We had 9 straight green candles and every metric is overbought. Stochastic on the daily, regular RSI, MACD, everything is overbought. But here's the thing I want to tell you. These charts look insanely bullish. They look so bullish right now for these altcoin charts, the altcoins that I've been telling you to buy, the ones that I've covered on my live streams as you've asked about it. So many altcoins have clearly broken down trends that it's time. You know, if you missed my 3 warnings that I gave you over the last 2 weeks, now is the time to buy altcoins. Now is the time to buy the dip. All right, so this dip is for buying. We are buying dips. We are hodling. We are dollar cost averaging. If you don't want to try to buy the dip, you don't want to try to time it. I understand that. I prefer to try to time the dip, and it seems like it's working out okay for me. It's not perfect, but I do like trying to get within 10% of whatever a local bottom would look like. It's worked out pretty well for me. And so that should be exciting news. I hope that is exciting news to you that, yeah, you know, now's a good time. Now, of course, we're inching up on September. September is historically, just for some reason or another, I actually don't know the reason, September is historically not a good month. It's either flat or it's down. I can think through every previous year. September 2023 was flat. September 2022 was flat. 2021 was flat in the middle of a rise from $29,000 Bitcoin up to $69,000 over a span of 5 months. September was flat. And I could go on. September is not a good month historically in the stock market, whatever. But I think that it's a good time to be well positioned for what's coming next. October and November, on the flip side of that, are historically very good months. Again, every year, those are good months, especially post-halving. I remember October 2020, let me tell you, and November 2020, I woke up every day being blown away by how much Bitcoin was climbing. It was almost every day, every weekday, because CME futures and all that. Almost every single weekday, I would wake up thinking, surely Bitcoin has corrected now. Surely these altcoins have gone down a little bit. And every day, it was like, nope, it just keeps going up. And I wasn't quite positioned because I had sold my house, gotten a lot of equity from that, wanted to slowly ease my way in to Bitcoin and to altcoins, and I just didn't have time because it just kept on going up. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was something similar that happened in October and November of this year. There are times like that. And so that's actually something I want to warn you about, is I remember my sentiment going into 2021, this feeling of like, it's just going to go up forever. And then I remember that initial move up to $42,000 for Bitcoin, just again, the feeling of this is going up forever. And then Bitcoin went from $42,000 to $28,000. And then I was hit by reality. You know, even I had owned crypto for several years up to that point, but I was hit by reality. No, there's no such thing as up only. There is such a thing as a correction in a bull run. And yeah, Bitcoin then went from $28,000 to $64,900 in early 2021. But I was on my live stream today. Hello, Rex. There was a guy that I was kind of messing around with. His name's Rex, and I don't know anything else about him, but his username's Rex with a couple numbers. And I just could tell with this guy's comments that he was making every mistake every comment that he was making was every mistake that I had made in previous bull run. He was believing that that these preset rules have to happen no matter what. And what are the preset rules? I could make a long list of rules, okay? And I'm quite convinced that one or more of these rules will be broken. Okay, so just off the top of my head, what are some rules? Within a certain window, rule number one, within a certain window after the Bitcoin halving, we chop for a bit. Miners need to readjust to decreased block halving rewards. And then once the dust settles with that, we're off to the races to this mega bull run. That is what some people treat as a rule. Okay, and then Bitcoin is supposed to do multiple X's from that point. That's a rule. Bitcoin dominance, it peaks at one point, at some point, usually during the year of the halving, and then it plummets. That is a rule that people follow. The total altcoin market cap, once it gets to a certain point, in this case, the 702 retrace, it is that will ignite this incredible rally to new all-time highs, to where we have something that we would call alt season, and alts just then explode after that. Ethereum moves a little bit more slowly than Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden, suddenly Ethereum just explodes. Okay, that is a rule. The banana zone, every fourth year, is this massive, incredible bull run where Bitcoin makes all of our wildest dreams come true. I know I'm quoting Napoleon Dynamite again. People are treating these things as rules. I want to make a list, okay? I want to make a list of the so-called, emphasis on so-called, rules of crypto. And plenty of you know what those rules are. And I think I could make a list of 20. I actually want to work on this for another video. What are the rules? And then what I want to do, and actually I want to do this right now, is break it to you that we don't have to follow any rules. And one way that you can be set free from the crowd control mindset is if you have this mindset that there are no rules. There are no rules. Not a single rule has to be followed for whatever's coming next. Instead, what you do is you treat these as tools or guides. There are no rules, only guides. And let's say, if I were to come up with a list of 20 rules, these things have to happen. Meme coin season is a new rule. That wasn't a rule leading up to 2021. But if I were to make a list of 20 different rules, these things have to happen, at least according to the general masses. I am telling you that maybe, if we're lucky, 80% of those rules will come to fruition, if we're lucky. But there will always be a rule or more than one rule that is broken. You have to understand that. All right. So going into 2021, blow off top. Somebody in my comment section on my most recent video was asking, what's a blow off top? That is when a cryptocurrency or any asset, it doesn't have to be a crypto, just goes straight up. And it's just like, it's pretty much vertical. It explodes in price. And then that's unsustainable because people are so much in profit that they're just, the volume cannot keep up with that kind of profit taking, and then the profit taking exceeds the buying, and usually this is a very quick thing that lasts for a week, maybe 2 weeks if we're lucky. This big move up and then a big move right back down, that's a blow off top. That was a rule. We were treating that as a rule that had to happen in 2021, and it didn't happen. So this time around, something is going to be broken. That's the only thing that I really can say with certainty, is that something that a large majority, that the masses are treating as a rule, that rule is going to get broken. And I don't know what rule that is. I have my thoughts, because I am not one of those people who thinks the fourth year is going to be the banana zone year, right? We've talked about that, okay? So we'll see. But maybe that's a rule that doesn't get broken. We're just going to have to wait and see, and we're going to have to adjust always be able to adjust to the times. All right, that is all I have for today. Hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you in another video. Peace.